Bro, did you hear that new Travis Scott song?
My mom would kill me if she knew I listened to that.
I'm not much into rap. Are there a lot of swear words in it?
Whatever, like you care. You cuss all the time.
Okay, I'm trying to stop. Shit.
Marlo. Anyway, let's finish these questions because it's almost time to go.
Dang, we've already been here for 3 hours?
Okay, last question. If Jesus was walking the earth today, what do you think is something he'd say to our generation?
Probably tell us to stop watching Rick and Morty.
Can't you be serious for 5 seconds?
I think he would tell us that we need to do a better job at loving our neighbors or something.
Anything specific?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like our world is so divided right now. Like, all we do is point at other people and blame them for our problems.
I think he would have a lot to say to our politicians.
I feel like we try to put Jesus into our politics way too much. Like if Jesus were walking the earth today, he probably wouldn't be a Republican or a Democrat.
Okay, what do you think Jesus would have to say about the death of George Floyd? Especially now that happened 6 months ago.
I mean, he would obviously hate it, but I think he would hate it just as much as he hates all people who are being murdered.
But, like, we aren't talking about all people. We're talking about one guy.
Look here. In Galatians 3:28, it says, "There is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female. You are all one in Christ Jesus." I truly think this means that God doesn't care what our skin color is.
Emma, that is an awesome verse. That I think you completely missed the point of. You're just saying that because you're white.
That's what you think. But honestly, I don't see color. You could be green for all I care. What matters is what's in your heart. How you look on the outside doesn't make a difference to me.
I mean, I kind of see what she's saying. The color of your skin shouldn't matter, right?
It shouldn't, but when cops are going around and shooting people...
I feel like you always bring this up because you know my uncle is a police officer.
Guys, can we just finish the questions?
See, this is what I was talking about. I feel like we're creating more division right now.
Emmett, I love you, okay? I love black people and all people. But I'm tired of you blaming me for these things like I had anything to do with it. I didn't own slaves, okay?
Emma, I love you too. And that is why I will not stop bringing it up. Just because you didn't own slaves doesn't mean you're not still benefiting from your ancestors who did.
My ancestors didn't own slaves. They were Irish immigrants. They were treated almost as horribly as the black slaves were.
When you walk out of the house, nobody can tell the difference. I'm not saying that your life doesn't suck or that it's not hard, but I'm saying it's not hard that because of the color of your skin.
You know, I was talking to my aunt once, and she was telling me about my little cousin and their friends from their neighborhood. My cousin is white, and she had different friends that were different races, like black and Mexican. And they were always running around, and they never really noticed that they were different races. And they, grew up together. Like, they knew each other since they were babies. They didn't notice that they were different races until they started talking about race in schools. And their eyes were almost opened, you know? Kind of like Adam and Eve. Eventually, the girls stopped hanging out, and they drifted apart. She thinks that we talk about it way too much, and by discussing race, we're only creating more division.
That makes sense. Zion, have you ever felt we've treated you differently because you're not white?
No, not really. Well...
And what about you, Amira? Honestly, if I ever say or do anything that makes you feel oppressed, I would really like to know.
Yeah, Mira, you've been awfully quiet. What do you have to say about all this?
Well, as a Caucasian person myself... What? I'm just as much white as I am black.
I mean, are you, though? You're pretty white.
Yeah, you're the whitest black person I know.
Okay, we're getting really off topic here. Amira, how about you answer? What do you think Jesus has to say to our generation?
Honestly, I think he'd say what he's been saying from the beginning. To love him first and then to love others. To stop hiding behind rules and laws to justify the hate in our hearts.
All right, kids, time to go.
Dear God, thank you for these people and this meeting. I pray that you'd protect all of them and let them all get home safely.
And that Emmett would have enough time to finish his art project before school tomorrow.
What?
What's
If you know that you can
Wow.
do it. Goodbye, Amira.
Bye, guys.